echo that point made by Deputy Boyd Barrett. I think there is a serious issue there. I want to raise with the Taoiseach a case I've raised a number of times with him, which is the gross and sexist abuse of power by retired Kerry Judge James O'Connor. I've brought a number of testimonies to the Dáil of women in vulnerable positions before him on family law matters, and where he used his position to completely inappropriately pressurise and pursue them for sexual relationships. When I raised this with the Taoiseach on the 29th of September, the Taoiseach said, "I'm very concerned about it and about what I have read today in the articles the Deputy mentioned. I will give further consideration to this and revert to the Deputy." It's now 2.5 months on, and I wonder, does the Taoiseach have any information to revert with? Thank you.
Deputy Murphy, I think, raised the issue of Ennis, but also, I'm not sure how far where we can take this now. I think this was. Yeah, I'm reverting. I sort of reflect on it. I'm not clear where we can take it, given the fact I think the Gardaí were involved. I think GSOC were involved, and it's not for me to. But it's, I think. First of all, I commend you for raising it. I know it's in the Village magazine as well. But the steps that remain to be taken, or that can be taken, are ones I think that are beyond my remit at this stage. Deputy O'Callaghan, on safeguarding and vulnerable adults, I think you're making very consistent and fair points in relation to this. And I know that there is work being done in relation to Garda vetting, for example, and extending that to cover all homeless sector workers. In the light of recent issues, Garda Commissioner Harris has acknowledged the need to address the issues of vetting people working with homeless needs, and this might require a review of the legislative provisions. As part of an overall approach to the reform of and extension of the Garda vetting regime, the Minister for Justice has set up an interdepartmental group to examine vetting legislation and arrangements. The group is examining a number of issues, including the inclusion of homeless outreach services. Its recommendations then will shape any amendments to the vetting legislation and process, including those required to commence periodic re-vetting. The group is specifically examining any amendments that may be required to remove any doubt that outreach and other services for homeless people who are vulnerable are covered by the vetting regime.